Now the Cyclones start in a hole at their own 3-yard line. Dangerous spot against this defense. Handoff. Maybe a yard for Michael Wagner. Tommy Harris, a defensive lineman, made the stop. John Lurie was over on the sideline in between, during the timeout, I should say, and I think he was getting the ankles taped. Might have turned an ankle a little bit earlier in this quarter. So everybody gets in the injury mix at midseason. 2nd down and 9. If Seneca Wallace should decide to throw, he's got to be careful about scrambling in the end zone. If there's a holding call, it ends up being a safety. Here he is, play action, but he throws in a hurry, and he throws behind and short his wide receiver Lane Danielson.
You wonder in bad weather, in foul weather, who does it favor? Does it favor the offense? Well, it favors the offense, and it also favors the quarterback that can handle it. Now, if you've got small hands and you don't like throwing wet balls, you're in trouble.
I asked Swanee the other day, and Swanee, I said as a receiver, did you like it or not? Now we'll check in with that in a second. 3rd down and 9. Danielson in motion. 2 tight ends set for Wallace. They're going to keep it on the ground and play this safe. Now they're going to have to punt, though, from their own end zone as Wagner squirted out to maybe the 9-yard line.
Yeah, not a good start offensively for the Cyclones. 8 plays, only 8 yards.
And Wallace is 1 of 5. 3rd straight 3 and out. They just have the proper amount of room for Tony Yelk to punt, and Perkins back there just licking his chops.
Oh, you're licking his chops. He's running downhill. He's standing on the 50-yard line, and he's thinking, hey, I can take this one back.
Yelk's last one was off the side of his foot.
We got all 10 guys up here. They're going to just...
High snap. He got rid of it.
Jam him. We got a return on.
And Perkins watches it go out of bounds. Great field position again, the 47-yard line.
Yeah, but a good kick to kick it away from Perkins and out of bounds.
Yeah, they're trying not to get crazy and kick it to him. 43-yard punt out of bounds. Coming up on the Valvoline halftime show, John and Terry will have all the highlights and analysis from today's action around college football. If you missed it, Oklahoma State has beaten Nebraska in the Big 12. For those of you that are watching in that part of the country, and that may drop the jaws of some, and some may not be surprised at all. Oklahoma State almost got Texas, remember, a couple of weeks ago, and today they get Nebraska. Nate Hibble, 2 of 3 so far. A couple of short swing passes, one to Smith and one to Quentin Griffin. And now it's Hibble just taking it himself and running with it. I don't know if that's a broken play or not. We just got done saying that they don't want to run him too much, because if he goes down, they're down to a true freshman. And that time Nate just took off with it. Got what he could.
That was a shovel pass, and there was a fox in the hen house. And the big defensive lineman was there, and he says, I ain't throwing this ball.
That's not a place to dig a scoop.
Yeah. Watch. Go ahead and run this. Go ahead and run it. Here he is right here. Here's that fox right there. He says, there's no way to there. I can't shovel ball that pass.
And now the throw out to Curtis Fagan. And he's short of a first down, but he's down near the 45. Ateef Austin knocked him out of bounds there. Fagan, that's his 16th catch of the year. There's the breakdown of Oklahoma so far this year. 168 yards a game rushing. They've had huge games rushing, and then they've had some, like the Alabama game, when it was minus rushing. So highs and lows, they're trying to even that off instead of being on the roller coaster. 3rd down and 3. Hibble, quick drop, quick throw. Fagan again. I don't think he got it. Nope, he's a yard short. Same person they're trying to pick on, Ateef Austin, and Austin was equal to the task. And it's 4th down, and I think it's almost a yard to go.
Well, one of the things that's going to be there all day is the single coverage on the outside. Look at the separation here between the receiver and the defensive back. And it's 3rd and 3 or 4, and I don't blame him for throwing that pass, but he just has to get down past the marker.
Last time it was Kewan Jones on 4th and short. This time it's Kewan Jones who almost broke it down to the 36-yard line. Austin made the tackle. This kid is not only a good short yardage back, despite the fact he's not very big. He's somebody that knows how to find the end zone when you get down inside the 5.
Well, he's their short yardage runner. He's 5'9" and about 190. They take Griffith out and put in Kewan Jones. He's just a tougher kid, and let him take the pounding of that short yardage and goal line.
So he gets it down to the 36-yard line. John Scladini, defensive coordinator, Iowa State, looking on, hoping his team can come up with a stop. But right now it's Oklahoma first down. Hibble, high snap from the shotgun, deep middle, complete. Down inside the 15 to Mark Clayton. Good throw, 23 yards.
Take a look from behind. The snap is a little high. He's going to throw down to the left, top left of your screen. He just throws it to the inside of 41 Lloyd and in front of the defensive back.
There's the guys. They're the top 4 career receivers in Oklahoma history. Savage, Smith, Griffin, and Fagan. Now, granted, they ran the wishbone so many times that you didn't have to be high on the list to get in that upper echelon, but that shows how much they've thrown since Bob Stoops arrived.
Yeah, all 4 of those guys are seniors, and those totals, you saw how many, they all over 115 or 20 receptions. They all total 37 touchdowns. So a lot of playmakers on this ball club, but they're all seniors, and so they're going to be looking for some players next year.
Not to mention Clayton, the guy that caught that 23-yarder, is one of the younger guys and not normally one of the starters, and so it's almost reaching the point now where the sophomores and even the freshmen might be better than the seniors, but the seniors have been around here a long time playing.
Good point.
There's the red zone offense, 24 of 29 on the year. And they're second down and 11. And Quentin Griffin bounced outside. Touchdown. When it looked like he was going to go down, he kept his balance, and he's in the end zone again.
Take a look at the offensive line. That's Carter, the center, that snapped the ball and then come around. That's not easy to do. And Griffin says, hey, if I don't get in the end zone, Jones is coming in. He's the short yardage and goal line runner. I ain't going to get this touchdown.
Well, Bob and Brad, he looked like a Pebbles over a lake, just skipping over. You thought he was going to go down. He gets an arm down, another down. He sees the goal line and makes a dive for it.
His 5th rushing touchdown of the year, the 34th of his brilliant Sooner career. And the guy down for Iowa State is Jordan Karstens, their big defensive captain, who, as I mentioned earlier, is their biggest player and their best chance of stuffing the run a little bit. He got hurt last week, a deep thigh bruise, and actually sucked it up, came back in and played in the second half against Texas Tech when they could barely walk him off the field. And you might expect he'll be able to do that again today. He limps off, but he's a tough cookie. Out of Bagley, Iowa, and the big 300-pounder, I think, will probably be back in there.
Yeah, he is a good player. As you mentioned, he was injured last week and came back.
So it's DiCarlo in for the point after. And he's got it up and good. So they did it once with special teams. Then they turned to their leading ground gainer, Quentin Griffin, keeping his balance. It's 14-0 Sooners. Iowa State nothing. 5:15 remaining first quarter. Quentin Griffin with another touchdown, and today has moved into the number 9 spot all time in rushing. He just passed Lydell Carr, and he's got only 19 yards on the day, but one of them a big touchdown. When it looked like he couldn't keep his balance, he somehow found a way. Here's the kick. Lance Young about 3 yards deep, and he won't have an opportunity to return this one either. Coming up next Saturday, we're back with a terrific doubleheader for you. And noon Eastern time, Ty Willingham and number 7 Notre Dame against 14th ranked Florida State, who had a week off this week. Bob and Swanee and I will be in Tallahassee for that one at noon. Then at 3:30 Eastern, these Cyclones face another tough test. Chris Sims and number 8 Texas, plus other regional action. You can check the local listings for the game in your area. Notre Dame perfect so far, but boy, do they have their hands full tonight against Air Force.
Amen, brother.
Again, the Cyclones have to work from the 20. trying to get something going offensively. They got about 4 yards from Hiawatha Rutland before Brandon Everidge made